Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to start kind of like a new sort of series thing here where I'm going to look at the top 10 units in every category. Now I had intended to actually put this video out and start this sort of series. I don't know if series is the right word, but then, just sort of go through all the categories, top 10 units in them. I had intended to start this when Evolution Blue Vegeta would come to Global. But I keep getting comments of people saying you're running out of ideas, so I'm like, no, fuck that. Now I'm gonna push this way up. Y'all know, hey, listen, there's a lot of categories out here, so already we got a lot of videos to get through, so let's go knock it out. So what we're doing today, we're looking at the top 10 units in the Pure Saiyan category. Now, again, I kind of do these videos in sort of weird ways. Usually, people disagree with them strongly, because one thing for me, like if I'm looking at how good a unit is, right? Like let's say I'm doing a top 10 AGL units, right? I would look at Blue Vegeta, see that he's on 6 categories, and I would give him a ton of extra points for that. Because to me, units who are on many categories and can thus be used in many different ways are incredibly valuable, and that makes them a better unit in my eyes. Like, there's really good units like Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma. I can't use them because Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma is not on a category. So you just never use that unit outside of, I guess, Dokkan Battlefield is the only place I really use him. So, categories, what teams are on, to me, is definitely incredibly important. So, the way we're going to do this, though, is I'm only looking at a unit's relevance in this actual category. So, like, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, as you guys know, on his 18-key super, he's one of the hardest hitters in the game. If you don't get that, he hits like a feather. He's amazing for the Super Saiyan 3 category team. The other category teams, I'm not really so high on him. I'm just not. So, maybe we'll see him lower here in this list, because I don't think he's as good on the Pure Saiyan team. So, of course, another reason I wanted to start this, sort of, going through all the categories, top 10 units here, is because of the fact that the Pure Saiyan is the largest in the game by a significant margin. So, if we head over here, okay, so here's the Pure Saiyan category. Again, another look at it. Look at this. Look at this. It just goes on and on and on. Like, you have all the Goku cards, all the Vegeta cards, all of these cards here. Here we can actually see. So, the Pure Saiyan team has 112 characters and 307 cards. The category in second place is the Buu Arc category with 79 characters and 216 cards. So the Pure Saiyan category has almost a full 100 card lead on the second biggest category in the game, which is wild to me. So, also, last thing before we jump into it, we are going to be looking, of course, at the top 10, because, that's just, the top 10s or top 5s is a thing, right? But I do have 3 honorable mentions here as well, because I felt like I could, talk extensively about these 3 units. So let's go ahead and get to the next one, or the first one. So the first sort of honorable mention unit I have here is the Transforming Dokkan Fest Goku. Now, again, he is a solid unit, right? But I just feel like there's better. Because this Goku, starts out attack and defense 80%. As he slowly transforms each turn, he is going to get better. The Frieza kind of has a bit of an issue where he's not able to tank as well after he starts transforming. But Goku, of course, still has, this damage reduction right here, as well as his defense. So he's still, pretty useful. But for the most part, I would say in a lot of situations, this Goku could struggle because he goes from a prepared for battle unit to an over and a flash unit. On the Pure Saiyan team, however, it's not as big as an issue because you have a lot of units that have both prepared for battle and over and a flash, and you have a lot of units that have both of them together. So this Goku actually will work incredibly well here. Again, he's in, basically 13th place, but that's not really an indictment of him being bad or anything like that. It's just the Pure Saiyan category is, of course, stacked. And I just feel like there's units that mesh and fit better in this category than this Goku. So move on to number 12. I have LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. Now, again, here's the thing. He is amazing, but he's all damage. In this day and age, I'm not one of these, only damage matters kind of cats. So this guy is good. On the Super Saiyan 3 team, he's exceptional. But we're not looking at the Super Saiyan 3 team. We're looking at the Pure Saiyan team here. If this guy does not get an 18-key super, he's just dragging the team down. That's kind of how it works. And you're always going to have a situation, a rotation, usually where like a blue Vegeta would be, a floater or something on this team. Unless you're running both blue Vegetas on the same rotation, which you can do, honestly. But unless you do that, this guy is he's gonna struggle with ki. It's just going to happen. So because of that, I like to use and look at other units really on this team. So, moving on, number 11, here we actually have the Kaio-Ken Goku. Now, this is a brand new unit who came out along with the transforming Super Saiyan Goku. This guy's pretty good. I think he's a really good unit, and he does work really well on this team because he's got, Prepare for Battle, he's got Shocking Speed, he's got Fierce Battle, he has some good links. I would actually say this guy would be even better if he was a Prepare for Battle and Over in a Flash unit, because, even though it's the largest category in the game, there's not really many units I would use that use, Shocking Speed. Really only the Super Saiyan 4s, or maybe if you're going to use it, one of the other Kaio-Ken Gokus, are really the only ones I would consider, well, for most, if you've got a lot of these top tier units at least, to use on the Pure Saiyan category team. But this Goku is good both offensively and defensively, and he will get his attack built up a lot, as you're going through. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next unit. We have Super Saiyan 3 Goku right here. This is the AGL one, of course, fully Extreme Z Awakened. He is a beast. It's a lot easier to get 12 key than it is 18 key. I think that'll be an issue on the Pure Saiyan team. That's why I actually have this Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the 10 spot. And I actually have him, ahead of, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Again, if we're talking about the Super Saiyan 3 team, okay, here's the thing. If we're looking at, if this is top 10 units in the Super Saiyan 3 category, I would have LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku number 1. But again, we're looking at the Pure Saiyan team. I think this Goku is exceptional on the Pure Saiyan team, will really help out very well. One other thing I do want to mention, because I should have mentioned it earlier, I forgot to. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, it was really close. I decided to put the Dokkan Fest transforming Goku right here, but Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is right here as well, but he's not on this list. I have to point that out because people will say, where is Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta? Just because the Super Saiyan 4s are so beloved, right? But they're both very good. And again, it's nothing against Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. It's just, there's sort of better options, I think, that you can run on the squad. Okay, so now we'll move on to option number 9, where we actually have SCR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So he, of course, is still a ridiculous hard hitter. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, it's always been very wise, I think, for a lot of teams to run Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta together, because they activate, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Roar, Prepare for Battle, Shocking Speed, GT, Fierce Battle. They activate almost all of each other's links, so they're incredible partners together. But now, there's another unit you could pair up with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and that's Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. These two units have different names, and thus you can run them alongside each other. This is a ridiculously strong rotation on the Pure Saiyan category team. Y'all know this. The two Super Saiyan 4 Gokus next to each other is crazy. Now, SCR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, in normal events, can completely tank fine, just as long as he gets super attacks off first and he raises his defense. You guys already know how hard he's going to hit. The Tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he has good offensive and defense, just provided, of course, that you do have good health. because he gets an attack and defensive boost up to 70% the more HP you have remaining. A very, very good card. I would dare say this Super Saiyan 4 Goku is actually a little underrated, because not really many people talk about him. I think one of the problems is his team, the full power category team, is just so wonky. I think that, like, this guy's he kind of flies under the radar. Like, you know, a big way I could tell how hype a unit is I will look at what global players are asking for. All I see is global players asking for Blue Vegeta. No one is talking about Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He is phenomenal, though. You know, on the Pure Saiyan team, Shadow Dragon team, Full Power team, all these teams, he is a top tier option, a very good unit. Okay, so we're on, what, 7? Because, yeah, you're 10, 9, 8, and now 7. I have Blue Vegeta right here. Blue Vegeta would be way higher if he also had just one more link. You know, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash. Like, I don't know why Blue Vegeta would have Over in a Flash, but if he did, whoo-hoo, would that be incredible. He is a phenomenal unit. Good attack, good defense. Pretty easy for him to transform. You know, only after a few turns he'll transform. Of course, because the basis of this video is us looking at the Pure Saiyan category team, in my experience, every single fight, one of the two Blue Vegetas will transform. So you will see Evolution Blue Vegeta come out constantly. It is not a rare occurrence for him to transform whatsoever. To be honest, for me, this guy transforms more often than Ultra Instinct Goku does, which seems wild, considering Goku doesn't have a percent chance, right? It's just fall below 50% HP, UI Goku comes out. I still end up having this guy transform more often than UI Goku, but he's phenomenal. Not really a lot of bad stuff to talk about him. Of course, he works really good with UI Goku. You know, UI Goku, they have that Tournament of Power link. If we would get another, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku or something from the Tournament of Power, he could be so disgustingly good, and he like, for so many teams, because he'd have Tournament of Power, Over in a Flash, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle. He would be a key battery in like 5 different teams. So I do hope that that does happen. Alright, so moving on next, we have Super Saiyan 3 Bardock here. Now, I always have a lot of difficulty. Yeah, the next one is UI Goku. I always have difficulty with these two units. For me, they're so close, right? They have such similar link sets. They're leaders of really good teams, although a lot of time I like the Realm of Gods team much more than I like the Super Saiyan 3 team. Because Super Saiyan 3 team, you know, it's very... It's not great defensively, right? One reason is that Bardock does not get a defensive buff until after he attacks, something that UI Goku does not have a problem with, where he has his defensive buff right away, right? But both of them are amazing units with Prepare for Battle and Over in a Flash, which really makes any team they're on run a lot smoother, because you could use very high-powered Over in a Flash units, and then you could also link them up with something like, you know, Blue Vegeta, who is pretty much a Prepare for Battle only unit. Both of them work really well. Now, Bardock also does have this support type buff when allies do fall below 70%, which is huge. He's got a medium chance to seal as well. And then, of course, you know, UI Goku, you know, we know all about him. I don't know. I feel like maybe you could put Bardock in front of Goku. They're close. I don't really... Like, if someone would say, oh, you should have Super Saiyan 3 Bardock in front of UI Goku, I'd just be like, okay, yeah, no problem. I'm not really going to argue that. Okay, so moving on to option number 4, unit number 4 here, we have LR Bardock. Now, LR Bardock, I would say, is, as of right now, I view him as the weakest summonable LR, or the worst summonable LR. That's not really an indication that he's bad either. It's just, you know, the summonable LRs are the best units in the game. There's just better options, better versions that link up way better on teams and stuff. Now, this Bardock, the attack and defense only 70%. That's one reason is he does hit kind of light. Now, I do want to see, of course, what he would look like on a, you know, double 170% team. But right now on this 130% team, that's essentially his only category team. He hits, you know, very hard compared to normal units, but not as hard as, say, LR Majin Vegeta, or, LR Broly, or LR Goku and Frieza. Nothing along those lines. He does, however, the one good thing is, it's pretty common that you're only facing one enemy, so you will get this additional key and the defensive 60, or no, you'll have the, yeah, okay, yeah. It's pretty common that you'll face only one enemy, so you get the 30% attack buff. The key is when you're facing multiple enemies. I've noticed that Bardock usually, like, one problem I have with LR Trunks, for example, is I usually have issues with him getting his 18 key super. I have not really had those issues with LR Bardock. I don't know if it's just because the Pure Saiyan team, like, does link up so well. You do have a good amount of Shattering Limit units on that team. You have a good amount of units that have Prepare for Battle. And of course, it's Pure Saiyan team. A lot of these units also have Saiyan lineage. So he does link up very well here. 18 key supers, basically come every single time. He's very good. However, there is one non-LR that I actually did decide to throw up in the top 4 here. That's Turles. Turles, like, he is just, you can't understate how big of an effect he has on this Pure Saiyan team. The 3 key, the 40% attack buff to all allies it's just monstrous, and it just helps out so much when you do have some units that are prepared for battle. You got some units that are over in a flash. I really like this Turles unit on this team. Even his links are pretty good for the team, but usually, support type units, their links are not as important as, say, like, main hitters, right? Like LR Bardock or, UI Goku or something like that, because most of the time I would say Turles would end up being in that 3rd spot. So you don't really have him, linking up between multiple units. But the 3 key, 40% attack is just too much. Way, way too much. Because, like, you have Turles on rotation with this guy, LR Majin Vegeta right here. 150% attack buff when performing a super attack. LR Majin Vegeta hits so radically hard on the Pure Saiyan category team. Again, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku probably hits harder, but you're not going to get that 18 key super nearly enough compared to LR Majin Vegeta, which a 12 key super is not really difficult to get at all. Of course, Majin Vegeta's 12 key does more damage than its 18 key super. So the 12 key is only what you're going for anyway. A phenomenal unit all around. And you guys could probably already guess who is number 1. LR Broly. His Saiyan links are just perfect for the team. It allows him to easily super attack. He does those double supers so he can sweep teams. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a big fan whatsoever of running LR Broly plus TUR Broly. Even though I've got them both rainbowed, the TUR Broly, no. I don't run them. I don't like to do it because it's too weak defensively, right? But you can hide LR Broly himself if it's just him, right? Like, let's say you have a team of Blue Vegeta, you've got UI Goku, maybe you have Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Full Power Tech Goku, you have LR Bardock, you might have Turles. Like, all those other units are strong defensively. So you can get away with that one weak defensive unit, which is Broly. It doesn't really hurt you too much. And again, the double super is just, it's so strong. Like, like this guy, LR Broly, man, they really did make him so ridiculously powerful. Like, the OG, like, summonable LRs, LR Gohan, LR Majin Vegeta, LR Broly, LR Goku Black, are still just, like, they were so far ahead of their time. Like, units that were just so stupidly OP back when they originally came out. It's crazy. Now we've gotten some LRs that do kind of match them. LR Goku and Frieza, LR Super Vegeta and Super Gogeta can match them. But, like, they are just insane. And here we are. 2 of them are the top 2 spots. Then we have LR Bardock in the 4th spot. So most of this list, by the way, did end up being Dokkan Fest exclusives or LRs. I believe there was only one non-exclusive unit on the listing. But when we go through more of these categories like this, of course, like a lot of the categories, we're going to have more non-exclusive units on there that I think work really well in these categories. You know, something like AGL West Supreme Kai would probably make my top 10 Realm of Gods units list, right? I feel like she would be like the 4th unit on the list or something like that. Like, just absolutely crazy good. So, alright guys, I will go ahead and wrap up the video here. You know, the top 10 pure Saiyan units list. Let me know what y'all think of it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.